And a very good evening to you from Mal at DXTL.com, the Grassroots show, final day on Sunday. Well, Sunday, as we say, the 23rd. No, 22nd. I'm losing it. I'm definitely losing it. Anyway, last day of Grassroots football before Christmas, before Crimbo, as they say here in Liverpool. Let's just hope that wherever you are, you've got your shopping done and you're all relaxed, but I doubt it because today is just unbelievable. I think the same people who I've seen going out and getting 10 trolley loads of food will be back out again today just to get another 5 trolley loads of food. Where do we put it all? Where do we eat it all? I really don't know. What is it about people? Is it just on Merseyside that we see, or is it all over the country that people are racing out? It's not buying presents, it's buying food. Now, you know, kids don't eat that much. Surely they don't eat that much. If they do, we're all going to have a big problem, managers and coaches out there after Christmas, because you're going to have to run those turkeys off them. That's if they do like the turkeys. Loads of training. Now, there's a possibility on the Merseyside area for, I think, 8s, 9s and 10s for a little tournament on January the 3rd, and that is really going to whet the appetite, isn't it, for teams who want to just get back before the the big kick-off at your second half of the season in your junior league. Unreal. What can we do? How do we do it? Well, just watch this space or get in touch with me, Mal at DXTL.com, and I'll give you more information. We're having a little bit of a meeting up there a little bit later on, and then we'll give you all the information. Yes, all the information. Now, what we want is teams. I think we'll fill this. I think we really would fill it. So, hey ho, what can we do? Get in touch with us. Mal at DXTL.com. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, all the social media sites. It is early in the morning, folks, and what a hectic, unbelievable evening we've had all weekend. I think it started this really coming down around about 12:30, 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon at the football, moving into the Sunday, which is horrendous. Even the night time, the winds, the rain, it has been absolutely atrocious. And we're getting prepared for Christmas, as we say, keeping many people in, and maybe that's why some of the shops are busy, because people do want to venture out in this weather, especially the elderly. Now, you, with the goodness of your heart, please, if you've got an elderly neighbour living in your street, you know, Christmas time's coming, just give them a little knock and make sure you give them that Christmas card, and just to see if everyone is doing well within themselves, because it's that time of year, isn't it, when some of the elderly really do get upset, lonely, and, you know, just show them that you have a friend, you are a friend. Now, you may hear the blowing in the background there. It's absolutely horrendous here. The wind, whether some of the games will be affected today, I'm not too sure. I should imagine there may be more games off, so you can't get your Christmas respect out on the sidelines, to say the least. We'll go into that in more detail, but yeah, please look after your neighbours. Just make sure your street is looking after each other, basically, for Christmas. You know, just go and enjoy, because we've only got 3 more sleeps before the big day, before Big Red appears, and loads of presents are under the Christmas tree. But loads, we say loads of presents. Spare a thought for the people who can't have loads of presents under the Christmas trees. It's one of those things each year, and the weather turns a little bit gangster, and we start appealing then and looking after each other. So please, you know, Christmas is only but once a year, so let's make the most of it. And yeah, show loads of happiness and your fellow neighbours, friends, that little bit of Christmas spirit. And especially today, if you're out and about at Grassroots football, please, we've got to make sure, I think I've been on for about 5 minutes, so I'm just going to guess because I keep forgetting about the timer, to be honest. Normally we have a timer on there when we do it, when we were recording shows, but we're not now. We're on Spotify, so welcome to all our viewers and listeners, and also DXTL TV from the touchlines on YouTube. So have a magical day, and if you're not following us, please follow, and also subscribe to us on YouTube. It's free. So there you go. So we're putting shows together, and obviously it's only, I think it's our 3rd day, maybe we've had a couple of practice shows, so we're on Spotify. And Adrian Pearson is one of the referees. He's got 40 years in refereeing. He's celebrating his big day very soon indeed. So sending me messages last night, wishing me all the best, and also how he can support the Respect and Don't Cross the Line campaign. And all I can say is thank you, massive thank you to Adrian, who's putting the posts out there and sharing. I just think you're absolutely amazing. You know, we've been supporting officials for a good while now. This is what it's all about. Over 40 years, to be honest. And since 2003 we've become the CIC, which is a community interest company, which basically is the next best thing to a charity. So everything we do, all this, the likes of the podcast and everything, all goes back into grassroots football, and we're trying to improve the game and make it better for kids. We not improve the game on a football field. You know, kids do that themselves, don't they? They develop, and the officials, they also develop and make the game appealing to us and enjoyable. But no, we try and make the game better by the atmosphere generated from crowds, spectators at grassroots football. Not in the Premier League, couldn't control that, not in a million years, but we can in grassroots football, because we actually go out and about and we talk to parents, talk to referees, we talk to the teams, talk to managers and coaches, get everyone on board if we possibly can, and try and make a difference, really make a difference if we can. So this is what Respect is all about, and on the 12th of April 2025, nearly there, we have the Premier League match officials wearing our t-shirts during their warm-ups around the ground. So if you're lucky enough to go to a Premier League ground and you witness this, it's when the officials do all the warm-ups, and I think you'll see the players doing theirs. They all come out together and they run from touchline to touchline, doing a few exercises, getting themselves motivated for the big game. Then please, if you are at one of those games, please don't hesitate to send us some photographs in, because we're asking for teams to get involved on that weekend in grassroots football and make that day or that weekend extra special for referees at your game. What can the kids do? What can managers do? Coaches, parents, to make that game more enjoyable and more friendly, if you like, towards the official on the day. Get involved with us, because that is what it's all about. It's bringing together people in grassroots football to show more appreciation for your referee. The reason being, there's far too many referees being subject to abuse. Now, when they're subject to abuse, what does it affect? Not just themselves, but the kids on the field of play as well. So if you're looking at the kids on the field of play and they're hearing irate spectators or parents giving loads to the referee, verbal abuse and aggressive behaviour is just a no-go at grassroots football, because it does scare the kids and it puts the kids off. And we want the kids to develop their game. We want the official to develop their game, because there's many young referees out there who I talk to who want to go above and beyond in their officiating. Now, we all talk about referees in the Premier League, that things could be better. We could have, where do we get all these good referees from? Now, if you're giving verbal abuse to all these youngsters who in turn want to try and progress and become one of these top referees, then we need to give them all the support that we can. They need to develop their skills as well. And don't forget, 9 times out of 10, these officials are still at school, the minors. And you may see the yellow armbands, if people don't know what they are, that is a deterrent basically warning you that this youngster who is officiating your game or someone else's game is under 18. So they're still at school. Now, when you're shouting and screaming at those referees, they're kids that you're having a go at. Now, they're only developing their skills and they're trying their very, very best, and referees can only give what they see. They can only give what they see. So we need to encourage them more. We need to forget, basically, and this is part and parcel, this is what we want you to do when you go out on that weekend, and every weekend if you can, is to forget that you have a referee on that field of play. And you just turn a blind eye to that referee, regardless of when you hear the whistle, and all you do is encourage the kids. Keep encouraging the kids to play football, because that's what it's all about. You don't see teams, you know, now and again, you'll have a little bust up on the field of play with kids having a go at the referee. Well, that's only coming from the irate parents and spectators from the sidelines, and also some managers and coaches. So if we can, we want to try and put an end, a stop to all this. We want to make the game that extra special with encouragement, because we've all been there as kids. We've all done it, and we all have memories. And memories you don't want are the memories that you didn't like, where someone is shouting at you, or you've seen a referee being chased, or you've seen a referee being assaulted. That does happen. We don't want that. And this is what we're all about, encouraging more referees towards the grassroots game, to officiate the game for the kids, because without the referee there is no game. No ref, no game. And we own that as well as respect. What do you believe? Yes, don't cross the line. Own, no ref, no game. We've registered that as our own name. And I know there's many using it out there as their own, which I do believe is wrong. If they come to us and we give them permission to use them, that's not a problem. But why people take it upon themselves just to say, we come up with it, it's ours. You only have to cast your mind back over 20 odd years ago when we came out with all these ideas. And there's organisations out there that we want to work with, but they don't want to work with us. They want to go out and do their own thing. Now, we were the forerunner for the FA Respect programme. And we were on Sky, we were all over radio, any TV, BBC we've appeared on regarding our campaign, Don't Cross the Line. And all we want to do is encourage people to get on board with us and just support each other. That's all we're about. We're a CIC community interest company. And as I say, everything that we do is back into grassroots football. We know there's a million businesses out there. We know that they're raking it in, because it's becoming like the Premier League, where you can get all your kits and everything. It's just a money-making scheme. And this is why we went on to this yesterday, which is our petition. And all we're asking people to do is sign a petition. It's free, change.org. Make sure that you support all, well, money in your pocket. That's what we're trying to do. Bring more funding into the game and save more money in your pocket when you're out and about. Now, you tell me, marathonsextraline.com, whether you think that you are paying far too much in your club, far too much when it goes out to playing football for the kids. You know, there's a lot of money that you need, and we'll see a difference. There's more teams folding in grassroots football before the end of the season. Now, on the first run that we've had, we've known about half a dozen teams have folded. Now, what is the reason behind all this? And people are saying, oh, we just can't get players. Is it being affordable that they can't get it? It's costing far too much for these teams. We want to bring the cost down. We want to bring the cost down in cafes, 3G pitches, you name it, whatever it is. Even clubs, some clubs are charging a fortune, sign-on fees. And this is why I'm saying it's going like the Premier League. Now when I was running DXTL FC, and we may just start it up again because we're looking to start something a little bit extra special. We'll keep you informed on that one as well. We go back to costs in football, and I talk to managers and coaches and parents each week, each day, when we go out and about and we chat about respect and being friendly on the sidelines, and we talk about how much it's costing. Now we get figures in that are just extreme. Every club will come in and put different prices up and say, oh, this is what we offer, this is what we do. Now I've seen a lot of clubs out there that take in a lot of money and do not take the kids out on tournaments, or they're asking for more money and discounted prices. Which, if you go back into the FA handbook, I think the FA should have control of all clubs. Money should be spent, even in the leagues as well. A lot of money should be spent on all the members, and you, if you join a league, then you become a member of that league itself. Money should be spent on that season. You only should take over so much to the following season. That's the way grassroots football should be run. It's not a money-making scheme. Everyone's a volunteer. There's no business leagues, not in grassroots football, not in kids football. And I think there's a majority of certain leagues who want to try and make as much money as they can and put it into their coffers. It should all be spent on your members, the teams that are joining that league, and making it worthwhile for them. You know, trophies, nice trophies towards the end of the season, something else. Not just going to charities, because charity begins at home, and many of these managers and coaches have their own charities set up that they like to help out. You can't just throw things on them, and there's fines and everything that these teams are making or facing as well. Courses, the amount of money that's going into courses, FA courses, volunteers. I believe that volunteers should be free. There should be free courses, safeguarding, DBS checks, everything. If you are a volunteer going into grassroots football and taking a young team on, I think you should have free courses set up. They should be funded by governing bodies. So that's what we're trying to appeal on, what we can do to make a difference, make a change in grassroots football. So it's change.org. If you're not too sure how to get involved, just again, please email me or get in touch with me on Facebook and add me as a friend, and I'll follow you back. Not a problem, even Twitter. So that's the way it goes. We want to try and make as many people aware of what they can do in grassroots football to make things better. And there's a lot out there that do. There's managers, coaches, there's parents. Don't get me wrong, we're talking about a minority here, and we're trying to safeguard all kids in grassroots football, as well as young referees as well. So that is what Don't Cross the Line and the Respect programme is all about. We also have Heart of Gold initiatives, where we have a team of lads, girls if they want to, going out and doing activities and raising fund for mental health that we're bringing in, and disadvantaged children. But also in the middle now are getting a choir together, kids choir, because we want to do the song Lean On Me. We want that filmed as well, for mental health in grassroots football, which is really grown since the pandemic. It has gone even bigger in grassroots football. So if you know someone suffering in grassroots football, then please get in touch with us, give us a shout as well. And these are the things that we're trying to do within grassroots football. Well, as I say, we're a not-for-profit organisation, and all we do is go cap in hand and also try and get in lottery grants to keep us going and keep the likes of this studio going and making it better, because we will have visitors and we will have guests coming into the studio after Christmas 2025. It's a big year for Don't Cross the Line. We've got the Respect programme, we've got plenty of other things going on, making a difference within grassroots football, and you too can get involved and become a volunteer if you wish for Don't Cross the Line. Now I'll be out and about here today, excuse me, talking, dear me, talking to the young referees, experienced referees, having a bit of banter, how things are going, how games are going. We always get the feedback, and we do get a lot of emails as well. And I just wanted to bring up a situation there. Someone anonymous got in touch with me regarding ability. I believe that coaches are out there to develop children within grassroots football, and that's what it's all about, giving kids a game. That's what it used to be about. Not about ability, not about levels. It's all about the kids' enjoyment and making a team and bringing the kids together, and that's the way it used to be. Now, someone got in touch with me and was very, very unhappy that her son had been involved in a club for quite some time, many, many years, and because maybe they haven't developed the way the coach wanted to, has removed the child from that team that they were happy in, because the ability, the development hasn't improved at the moment. But I always believe in late developers now. I was running a team, picked a team up 2 years ago, and I got them together, and honestly there was only one of those players who kicked a ball, and I developed them right the way through and made them players, made them think, made them aware what the game was all about. When they started, they were running different, attacking their own goals and things like that, as kids do. And being part of development team with Done Cross the Line, that's the way we done develop them. And I talked to the parents now and watched the kids playing football. They didn't know a thing about it, and they went on to win 2 trophies in their second year. Sorry, in their first year. They couldn't kick a ball, and then they started picking up and understanding what the game was all about. And I believe, and I could keep those kids right the way through and develop them. Yes, they're not going to become your Mo Salahs, but they have the skills to go out and enjoy and make their own decisions when they get a little bit older as well. So a coach is there to help and develop the kids. And if you're asking kids to leave because they're not to your level, to your standards, then there's something wrong within grassroots coaching. I like feedback off managers. I'd love managers and coaches to get in touch with me and tell me what they think of that. You know, why don't we just run other teams and make sure that the kids who have got friends stay together? Because kids who have better ability than others can help the kids to develop their skills a little bit better if you keep them together. And that's exactly what I've done with the kids. You don't want to chase kids, you want to improve them and make them better players. And that is what grassroots football to me is all about. So if you've got any concerns, anything like that, please don't hesitate to get in touch with myself, Mal at don'txtheline.com, and we look forward to having a chat together and make sure, you know, let's get everyone involved in grassroots football and show loads of respect on and off the field of play. We're there to support you, we're there to bring communities together, and that's what we have been doing since 2003. And why can't we continue to do this? And with your support, we can. Mal at don'txtheline.com. Don't forget, get in touch with me, and hopefully you give us a follow and start liking the shows if you don't mind. Thank you very much for tuning in for this weekend, especially on our Spotify, our first ever weekend together. Hopefully we're going to get better, get growing, have guests in the studio. That will come because I'm really just getting used to this. It's okay putting the camera up and going on YouTube, that's fantastic, that's so simple, and loading it up. But it's a little bit more complicated when you come onto a podcast show and Spotify and learn the ropes and how to develop them, you know, looking at special effects, and that's what I want to try and do. So bear with me, we'll get better. Please keep tuning in to the Grassroots Show with Done Cross the Line, and we'll be back again on Friday evening with no young commentators, probably just myself, and find out how your Christmas went and any news that we do have, because there's a lot of news coming up for grassroots football, especially with all these changes coming in. That is going to be a real big topic for 2025, no doubt. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. We'll be back on Friday, round about 5 p.m. So myself, Madeline, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect Programme, Heart of Gold initiatives, and No Ref, No Game. Have a great day, loads of respect when you're playing football, and we'll see you next week. In the meantime, have a very Merry Christmas. Love to all of you. Thank you very much for supporting us, and we'll see you in the new season, if not before, in 2025. See you next Friday. Good night, God bless.